आफ्टरनून स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू SRS IAS एंड लॉ अकेडमी। आज की जो हमारी क्लास होगी वो मेंस आंसर राइटिंग की क्लास होगी। 3 क्वेश्चन जो है वो हमारे रहते थे, तो वो क्वेश्चन जो है वो हम आज की क्लास में जो है वो करेंगे। पहले मैं आपको क्वेश्चन जो है वो लिखवा देता हूँ, देन आप अपनी वीडियो जो है उसको पॉज करके इसके आंसर्स जो है वो लिख लीजिएगा। क्वेश्चंस लिखो। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है आपका, व्हाट आर द मेन socio-economic implications? What are the main socio-economic implications arising out of the development of IT industries in major cities of India? Those are 21 का क्वेश्चन है ये। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लिखो, व्हाट इज द मेन सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स इन इंडिया? क्वेश्चन मार्क। Identify industrial corridors and explain their main characteristics. 2018 का क्वेश्चन है ये। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, साउथ चाइना सी has assumed great geopolitical significance in the present context. Full stop, comment 2016 का क्वेश्चन है ये। अब आप अपनी वीडियो जो है उसको पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स जो है उनको फ्रेम कर लीजिए। मीनवाइल मैं आपको इसके आंसर्स जो है वो लिखवा देता हूँ। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था आपका, व्हाट आर द मेन सोशियो इकोनॉमिक इम्प्लीकेशंस अराइजिंग आउट ऑफ द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ IT इंडस्ट्रीज इन मेजर सिटीज ऑफ इंडिया? 2021 का क्वेश्चन था ये। इंट्रो लिखो, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी is an example of a general purpose technology that has the potential to play an important role in economic growth, as well as other dimensions of economic and social development. Full stop. The IT industry accounted for 8% of India's GDP. 8% of India's GDP in 2020. Full stop. Next point is para change. However, IT industries in India are concentrated in few major cities like Delhi NCR, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, etc. full stop. This THIS, this, comma, though boosted, THOUGH, though boosted, the economy around the cities, comma, has imprinted wider socio-economic implications. फुल स्टॉप. पैरा चेंज करके एक हेडिंग बनाओ, सोशियो इकोनॉमिक implications of development of IT industry. कॉलन डालो और इसको अंडरलाइन कर लो. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, uneven development and economic disparity. लिखो, major cities with large IT hubs are developing faster than the semi-urban and Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. Full stop. There is also a huge wage gap between IT workers and other workers. Full stop. Next point. Attenuating, ACCENTUATING, attenuating digital divide, colon, लिखो, given the importance of industries comma, the hosting cities attract most of the developmental activities. Full stop. To illustrate, comma, lack of infrastructure in rural areas impede the access impede, impede the access to essential services, comma, impacting their socio-economic development. Full stop. Next point. Increased migration and cultural change. लिखो, the youth migrate from rural areas and small cities the major IT cities, leaving their parents alone. Leaving their parents alone and needy for social and emotional support. Full stop. Social and emotional support. Full stop. This is leading to breakdown of joint family culture and more nuclear family culture is emerging in India. Is emerging in India. Conclusion लिखो. India's technology services. India's technology services industry. India's technology services industry can achieve 300 to 350 billion dollar, 300 to 350 billion dollar in annual revenue by 2025 2025 तक. If it can exploit the fast emerging business potential, if it can exploit the fast emerging business potential in cloud, artificial intelligence, AI, cyber security and other emerging technologies. Full stop. Though we need to invest in such technologies, this investment should be evenly distributed and not centered to a few locations. Full stop. We can only become a knowledge economy if the developments are even and inclusive. If the developments are even and inclusive. Next point. Next question था आपका, what is the significance of industrial corridors in India? Identify industrial corridors, explain their main characteristics. लिखो इसकी इंट्रो. इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स ब्रैकेट में ICs लिख लेना. इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स are stretches across the country, allocated to a specific geographical area with the intent to stimulate industrial development. Full stop. It aims to create an area with a cluster of manufacturing or other industries and gives an impetus, impetus, to smart and sustainable cities by leveraging leveraging, leveraging on high speed, high connectivity transportation system, full stop. पैरा चेंज करके लिखो, हेडिंग बनाओ एक, द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स इन इंडिया, द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स इन इंडिया. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, सेटिंग अप ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल टाउनशिप्स, educational institutions, roads, railways, airports, hospitals along industrial corridors would generate, would generate employment and raise standard of living. Full stop. Next point, production cost would come down due to improved transportation system and agglomeration, agglomeration agglomeration effect, making Indian goods competitive in domestic as well as foreign markets. Next point, provide necessary logistic infrastructure, needed to reap reap economies of scale, thus enabling firms to focus on their areas of core competence. Full stop. Next point, people would find job opportunities close to their homes, which would curb curb migration towards cities, thus preventing stress on already burdened urban landscape. Full stop. Prevention of concentration. Next point है ये, prevention of concentration of industries in one particular location would prevent exploitation of environment as well as ensure balanced development in the country. Balanced development in the country. Full stop. Next point. पैरा चेंज करके लिखो वेरियस इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स ऑफ इंडिया. वेरियस इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स ऑफ इंडिया. सबसे पहले लिखो दिल्ली मुंबई इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर, आईसी लिख लेना, दिल्ली मुंबई आईसी. नेक्स्ट लिखो बेंगलुरु मुंबई ईसी इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर. बेंगलुरु मुंबई इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर. नेक्स्ट लिखो चेन्नई बेंगलुरु आईसी, चेन्नई बेंगलुरु इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर. नेक्स्ट लिखो विजाग चेन्नई आईसी, विजाग चेन्नई इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर. नेक्स्ट लिखो अमृतसर कोलकाता इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर, अमृतसर कोलकाता आईसी. नेक्स्ट लिखो मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ आईसी, मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स. लिखो इसमें फर्स्ट कंस्ट्रक्शन इन एरियाज, सॉरी कंस्ट्रक्टेड इन एरियाज दैट हैव प्री एग्जिस्टिंग infrastructure such as ports, highways and railroads. Railroads. Next point. Each IC would have 6 to 8 nodes, 6 से 8, 6 to 8 key nodes, NODES, nodes developed on smart city principles. Smart city principles. Next point, dedicated construction of residential areas, dedicated construction of residential areas, comma, public utilities, comma, production units, comma, schools and hospitals. Next point, freight cargo, FREIGST, freight cargo would be brought to the industrial corridor via rail and road feeder links, LINKS links that shall provide last mile connectivity. Next point, the challenges while creating ICs would include correctly assessing the demand and viability comma, transport options for goods and workers for goods and workers, comma land values, comma economic incentives for companies. Conclusion लिखो, the economic and financial feasibility, the economic and financial feasibility, FEASIBILITY, feasibility of ICs should be ensured by attracting potential investors to set up manufacturing units at national investment and manufacturing zones. National investment and manufacturing zones, NMIZ. Full stop. India will also have to rely on foreign players for innovative technologies. Full stop. The fundamental focus of ICs should be on improving both industrial and urban infrastructure. Full stop. Next question था आपका, South China Sea has assumed great geopolitical significance in the present context. Comment. 2016 का क्वेश्चन था ये. लिखो, इंट्रो लिखो. South China Sea is a marginal sea, MARGINAL, marginal sea of Pacific Ocean, having the area of 35 lakh square kilometer. 35 lakh square kilometer. Situated on the south of China. Full stop. South China Sea has quote unquote में लिखना apple of discord. Idiom है ये, apple of discord, between US and China. In international affairs for decades. Full stop. Para change. Not only US-China rivalry, but also regional countries have been motivated to involve on the territory as it is one of the lucrative territories, LUCRATIVE, lucrative territories in both geopolitical both geopolitical and strategic dynamics. Strategic dynamics. पैरा चेंज करो, हेडिंग बनाओ एक. Geopolitical significance of South China Sea. South China Sea. First point, South China Sea is the sea route. South China Sea is the sea route for 50% global trade. 50% global trade. Full stop. It is the link between the Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean. Full stop. Malacca Strait is the economical sea passage. Malacca Strait is the economical sea passage of Persian Gulf. Full stop. Thus it becomes important sea lanes of communication. For US, China, Japan, Korea and East Asian countries. Next point, it is the territory where a vast number of gas, petroleum, mineral resources are preserved. Hence South China Sea attains strategic place as energy storehouse, important for both developed and developing countries. Full stop. Next point, South China Sea covers 12% of global fish products. 12% of global fish products. Full stop. China, Philippines, PHILIPPINE, Philippines, Vietnam, etc. produce a huge number of fishery resources. Full stop. Next point, last point है ये. There are some other valuable materials. There are some other valuable materials like limonite, 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 monazite, 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 zircon, 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 quartz, 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 etc., which are very important raw materials, full stop. Raw materials for industry, उसके बाद full stop. South China Sea is also rich in salt. Full stop. Conclusion लिखो. While geopolitics indicates geographical relations geographical relations with politics, comma, it also has strategic importance, full stop. The power politics, comma, military interests have made South China Sea important. Full stop. The concept of exclusive economic zone, exclusive economic zone could be another conflicting zone between China and its neighbors. तो इसी के साथ जो हमारा ज्योग्राफी का जो टॉपिक जो है वो खत्म हो जाता है। ठीक है, तो आज की जो हमारी क्लास थी वो यहीं तक थी। थैंक यू सो मच।